Hey y'all, I'm Enrique Solano, and for my little favorite community slash area project, I chose to do it on Rio Rancho, mostly because this is where I grew up and this is where I spent a lot of my time. I didn't really spend too much time in Albuquerque, so I'm going to be taking you guys along with me and just showing you guys some streets and crossroads which I find that are most important to me. To start off, this is going to be Violeta slash Margarita Street. This is going to be where I spent a lot of my time, as this is where my grandma lived. And most of the time, the reason why I spent most of my time here is because I didn't really live in district for a lot of the schools I wanted to go to. So a lot of my bus stops were here. So right after school, I would just go hang out with my grandparents. And I would walk up to my cousin's house, who lives up the street from here. And me and him got into a lot of trouble on this block, honestly. We got chased by a couple dogs. We dinged down ditch here, and we just spent a lot of our time here just hanging out and making do with the area that we had. On my right here is going to be Cabazon Park. This is where I also spent a lot of my time. Me and my buddies had our football practices, our soccer practices. We hung out here even though there wasn't a lot to do. There's only a couple slides and a couple monkey bars. There's no swings, no basketball courts, just a wide open park. So we made with what we had here. Nextly, I'm going to be taking you guys up on Southern, which is where I also happen to go to elementary school. It's going to be on my left side here. Southern is a place where a lot of our food places are at. A lot of our places to go and hang out are, especially this movie theater parking lot over here. It housed a lot of me and my friends, as it was one of the main empty parking lots. There was also a Sonic there. We hung out at the Sonic a lot of late nights, and in fact they kicked us out most times because of how late we were staying there. This is also going to be where we have our Chick-fil-A, our Cane's, our Walmart. It also is a place where I had my first haircut. Southern's actually probably going to be one of the busiest streets we have here in Rio Rancho. It has a lot of our main things. This is going to be Nicholas Drive. Funny enough, it's actually close to where my middle school was, and I spent my earlier ages there too. I met a lot of my close friends there as well. It's going to be off of Lima and Nicholas, which is right here. And currently this road is closed. Nextly, I'm going to be showing you guys the Loma, Colorado area, and this happens to be where I went to high school. I spent a lot of my adult slash now, I guess. I spent a lot of my life now here, and this is where I went to high school. This is where I got into a lot of trouble, actually, if I'm being honest. This is where I went to football games, baseball games, parties. This is where I spent a lot of my time after I turned 16. This is going to be my high school here on the left, home of the Rams. I really enjoyed my time there. I didn't play sports, but I met a lot of my friends that I hold near and dear, true to my heart. Here I met a lot. I had my first girlfriend here, which we're not going to talk about her on this video. This is where I also had a lot of my basketball open gyms at this church. Funny enough, this church has a really nice basketball gym inside of it. Up on my left here is going to be the Aquatic Center. It was our indoor pool that I went to a lot when I was a kid. Also straight up ahead of us is going to be the McDermott Center. It has a lot of indoor basketball courts, has a weightlifting center. It has also ice skating, which I was never really good at, but me and my buddies spent a lot of our time there. Finally, I'm going to be showing you guys High Resort, and this happens to be where I currently live now. Straight ahead of us here is going to be where the old Club Rio used to be, and I really wish it was still open, as I finally got into golf as I turned older, and it had a really nice driving range that is no longer open. It's really just dead land, and it's really no fun at all no more. This is going to be Placitas de las Casas, and this is the street that I currently live on. My best friend actually lives on this house right here. And a lot of my days I spent walking from his house back to mine, and me and him got into, I would say, our fair amount of trouble here, from ding-dong ditching to throwing rocks at cars or throwing rocks at each other. And finally, this is going to be my house, and this is where I currently live, and this is where I have a lot of my memories that I cherish, and this is where my family lives. Thank you guys for listening to me talk about my favorite community / area, which is Rio Rancho.